pockets of resistance all around the planet. We've been fighting a long time. If you're listening to this, you are not alone. You are the resistance.
Hey, what's up, family? What's going on? Hope everybody is doing well. I told you guys I was gonna come out and make some videos that I can put on YouTube that doesn't draw a red flag when I talk to you guys. So this is one of those videos. We're gonna float under the radar. That's what we gotta do, obviously. Otherwise, we don't have a platform to speak. I'll be honest though, guys. If you guys were not on YouTube, like, I would not be here. Like, I literally would not be here. Like freedom of speech is dead. If you haven't noticed by now, it's dead. Okay, you're not gonna get that on YouTube. I come out here and speak to you guys on YouTube because everybody is on YouTube. I can't keep reiterating that enough. Everybody's on YouTube. People refuse to do something outside of their comfort zone, to get outside of their normal atmosphere and try something different. Like a lot of you, I get probably I say between the website and the Rumble, the other platforms, I probably get somewhere around 15,000 views on these videos, but I don't have the same subscriber count that I've been able to accumulate on YouTube. Why is that? Well, a lot of it's because YouTube won't allow me to reach all the subscribers. Like, they're purposely censoring information, so a lot of you don't get it. And that's kind of the reason for the movie that I put out about this whole thing. Okay. And I hate to tell you guys, obviously you've seen it, it's got pushback, whatever. Well, I'll just kind of give you just a brief synopsis of kind of what it is. It generally is focused around everything that we already, been talking about. It's a combination of clips from beginning to end, from where we started to where we at today, how things got to where they got to. Some of the key players, some of the different lies and things that's been told, some of the obvious stuff that's come to fruition, some of the things that we've seen over the last couple months, over the last 2 years. This all kind of comprised together to give you more of a oversight, especially for those that haven't been able to keep up. Okay, I think it's purposeful because it allows for those that haven't been able to keep up to kind of catch up and get up to speed. And that's also for people that are new, that are kind of just like coming in. And they're like, yo, what is this guy talking about? What is all of this? Like, some people, guys, we have to understand, some people are just waking up from their slumber. They're waking up from their slumber, and they're waking up and they're mad, they're aggravated, they're frustrated. They don't know what's going on. They don't have any clue of what's been going on. Okay. Some of the reason I've been able to kind of keep a majority of you guys engaged is by connecting the dots and putting things together, putting pieces together, bringing stuff to your attention that you may not have been aware of, that I may have been aware of, or I've been privy to from a decade or so ago. Some of that information, putting that on the table and putting it together like Donald Marshall. I always go back and allude to him because he said it best when he said that they didn't care how much information he disclosed because he wouldn't put it together in an eloquent way for people to catch on or for people to believe him. Okay, I believe that's what I've been able to do for the most part for a lot of you guys, which is why I continue to do that. But it's not just you guys, it's others that are coming in that need this information. They need to know where we're at, how we got here, what's going on, and what to expect in the future. So that's why I put these videos together. I piece them together. Obviously, we have to put most of this stuff on different platforms or whatnot. But that movie, it may get pushed back a little bit more. I don't know. I might put it. It might come out today. It'll be late this evening if it does. If not, then for sure tomorrow. Okay, for sure tomorrow I'll have that out for you guys. If not today, so I will keep checking back. I did put a video together that was revolving around the military stuff. I did that, but I was working on the green screen, guys. I was working on my green screen, and I'm kind of new to that, so it didn't come out right, and so I couldn't put the video out. All right, I could have put it out, but it was just like me behind with a green screen. It looks kind of stupid because I can't switch the background out like I needed to because I didn't do it right. All right, so don't fault me. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress, but that's part of the whole little new way I'm trying to do things is getting the green screen and everything, so I can talk to you guys more directly. But the military thing that I was talking about, because I may just go and tell y'all, it was basically it was putting those ones that were on the fence or those that were refusing. Was putting them in a position where it's like, okay, it's now or never. Like, you gonna do this now or you're out. Like, it was putting it on them right then and there like that. And which was really crazy with the stuff that the guy, what was the guy's name? Anyway, he's in the movie or whatever. He's got the clip in there, and I put him in a couple of videos before. But he was saying about what they were finding or whatnot, and how it must be shut down, like right now, like shut it down. And like right after that, like the day after, they like, oh, we're gonna force everybody that's left, you're gonna do it now. It's like, man, it's just so crazy, guys, the times that we're in. Like, you gotta believe me, guys, and I still talk to people that I tried to speak to initially. Some people I found, and some of you might find this too, that some people are like avoiding you. They don't want to talk to you, right? Because they know, like, it's that I told you so. It's like that pride, it's that ego stuff that people don't want to, that a lot of people do not want to come to grips with, right? So we have to kind of tread lightly on how we deal with these folks, how we talk to them, because you got to understand, guys, a lot of these people were misinformed, not only misinformed, but they wholeheartedly believed in a system that has betrayed them. Okay, betrayal is a tough thing to deal with when you trust somebody or you trust someone with your life. You know what I mean? These people, these sheeple, whatever, they have trusted certain entities with their life. They have trusted their children's lives with these entities, okay? And they have been betrayed. Think about that. Think about that. How would you feel if you had been betrayed? Some of you have been betrayed by friends, family members, and loved ones before, man. Some of you had friends and family members or something that told you, hey, don't talk to this person, don't deal with that person because they're a snake, they'll do something dirty, they foul, and you didn't believe them, and you messed around and got burned, okay? And you didn't want to come back and tell your folks, your sister, your cousin, like, man, you was right. What's his name? You know, they got me for this, or they did this to me. It was foul. It's hard to come to grips with that kind of stuff sometimes. All right. So you got to look at it from that standpoint. It's the same thing with a lot of these folks, man. And that's what we're gonna start seeing a lot more of, is people getting into a point where they're very uncomfortable talking to people like you and me, okay? They're not gonna want to talk to you. They're gonna be dealing with this in silence. They're gonna be suffering in silence. You're gonna see a lot of this. Just like I got a little clip it's in the movie, you'll see it. But it was a guy in there that he was like, yo, this guy he was talking to directly, he was keeping contact with him, and something was going wrong with him, right? And so he was trying to check up on him, and he stopped hearing from him. All right, so y'all kind of know how that story goes. But the point of the matter is that these people, a lot of them are not going to reach out to their family members and loved ones that tried to warn them. Okay, that's going to really hurt their pride. Okay, to do that. Like, we ain't got nothing to lose. Us on the truther side, the truther community, we talked and we voiced our concerns about stuff, and we got ignored. We got persecuted. We got outcast. Like, I know some of you have went to, like, I'll be honest, guys, we had family events that popped up, and we had family members telling us, the few of us in the family, that hadn't took that leap or whatever, we had some of them telling us we weren't invited or we couldn't come to these events and things because we weren't part of that, that club, right? So we didn't go. We didn't do it, but the fact that the stuff that's coming out now, it's got to be devastating. You know what I'm saying? It's devastating to these people because they got to go back and look at that and think about that. Wow, the whole time I've been persecuting, my family. I've been, avoiding them, trying to do this and that, being, a certain kind of way toward them. And the whole time, it really has been me that's been the problem. I should have listened to them. So you're going to see a lot of that. You're going to see a lot of people that are really kind of isolating themselves. One, because they're going through stuff and they're dealing with side effects and things, right? But you also got people that just don't want to admit that they were wrong. They don't want to come out and say, hey, I made a fatal mistake. But that's why I keep telling you guys, you got to check on your people. You got to check on your folks regardless. Make sure they good. Make sure you know what's going on with them, because they'll suffer in silence to their own detriment, because it'll come to a point where they need help. And I don't know if we have an answer or help for them. All I can tell you guys, be grateful that you have not succumbed to this, okay? You did not concede, all right? And this is not the time to start conceding. Like, you need to fight more now than ever, okay? Because they're going to still come with strong measures to try to tempt and lure other people in. They're going to get as many people as they can. As many sheep as they can to fall for this crap, they're going to get them, okay? And it was a part, guys, and it's in the movie or whatnot, but it's a part in there, okay? And I go back. Remember, and this is where things get kind of tricky, because I don't know, guys. Things have come to fruition, but I just don't know about this part. But it's on my mind. It's on my mind constantly. I'm thinking about it, right? Y'all may have remembered in the past, there was situations that popped off where people were acting like zombies, right? There was a man that was like eating on some man on the bus or something, like he was eating on his face. I think this was out in Florida. There was some women walking around that had zombie-like behavior. There's some things that have occurred that will indicate that it's a possibility. Now, if we go back to I Am Legend, remember in I Am Legend, okay? Now, I might play that clip in this video just because, okay? Just to give y'all a glimpse of what I'm talking about.
All right, let me tell you about your God's plan. There were 6 billion people on Earth when the infection hit. KV had a 90% kill rate. That's 5.4 billion people dead, crashed and bled out dead. Less a 1% immunity. It left 12 million healthy people like you, me, and Ethan. The other 588 million turned into your dark seekers. And then they got hungry and they killed and fed on everybody. Everybody. Every single person that you or I has ever known is dead. Dead. There is no God. There is no God. What is that? Was it still dark when you brought us home last night?
We were bleeding. There was light on the horizon.
Turn the light off. Turn it off. They followed us home.
But you see how in the movie he was talking about it was like 6.4 billion people when the infection hit or whatnot, right? They got infected. Less of 1% immunity. So like 6.4 people, he said, from the infection, they died. Okay, they died from the infection. 6.4 billion, or it was like, I think it was 6.4 billion. I don't know. I probably played the clip, or you probably see it anyway. But then there was like, I think he said a million or something people that were immune, or 1%. And then it was like 500,000, he said, something like that, that turned into dark seekers. Okay, they turned into dark seekers based off of something that was in the antidote that they gave out, right? So the dark seekers, they turned around, basically turned into like zombies. And they fed on everybody that was immune, that didn't die from the infection. Which we understand the infection actually comes from the, okay? So, we already know the CDC has the thing about the zombie apocalypse, right? So, what does that mean? I don't know. The zombie apocalypse, it could just be a bunch of mess, just some stuff that could be blowing smoke. Or it could be some significance to that, guys. It could be. What if the zombie apocalypse, like I said, we don't know what they're gonna do afterwards. After the people that have had the issues, they succumb to the So yeah, like I said, so after the people, like what we're seeing, guys, and this is the crazy thing that I pointed out before, is that they're seeing that more people are dying. Okay, a lot more people are dying. But this is happening to people long after they did what they did. You know what I mean when I say did what they did, when they made that fateful decision to take a chance. Okay? So these people later on, months and months down the line, is what they finding out, is what the coroners is reporting and everything, is that these people are dying later. Okay, a lot of people are dying later. What does this mean? Well, if these people are dying later, and based off of what we know is that a certain amount of people that they want to die, there's going to be people left, right? And what I showed you a couple of videos ago was how they had brought these monkeys over. Okay, they supposed to be going to where? Okay, the CDC or whatnot, and they studying them, whatever. And some of them got out. They supposed to be some very dangerous monkeys because they carry some, some similar stuff to what we dealing with now, but supposedly worse. All right. Now, why would they be studying that? I don't know. But in the movies, what we do recall is that in those movies, those monkeys either carried a fatal illness that would knock off a lot of people, or they turned, when they bit people and whatnot, they turned into zombies. Okay? So, we a lot of stuff we talking about right now, we've been dealing with just one issue. We haven't been talking about the future and what that might hold and what they may be doing next. Right? So, if things go that way, which I don't know, I'm just speculating, we would be dealing with something similar. Okay? Something similar. I don't know what. I don't know if these people would go psycho or whatnot. I don't know. But based off of the movies and what we seeing them trying to do, like, we got to get 2 steps ahead. And 2 steps ahead could mean, hey, just pay attention. Pay attention to what they're doing, like what isn't being talked about. Like what was going on with these monkeys, right? We know the CDC got the whole thing about the zombie apocalypse. It still don't make no sense why they would do that, right? But then and also I put in the movie, it's a clip in there, comes back from Night of the Living Dead, where the news broadcaster was like, the CDC is saying that it's some kind of virus, it's some kind of bacteria or something that's infecting people's brains, that's making them come back to life or turn into zombies and go after people. Okay? Now, I don't know, it's just speculation, but I wanted to put that out there, guys. So, if anything, we'll just hope that that this is just a conspiracy theory. All right, this is what we want it to be. But at this point, everything's been coming to fruition, but we don't have the back end of this or how this stuff is going to go down. We don't have the end game. We really don't have that. So I think it's important that we take a look at all angles. You know, we take a look at all angles and see what the possibilities might be. So anyway, I put that in the video because I thought that was a key piece that, like, we don't need to just understand where we at. We got to understand where we going, and we got to figure that out. Okay, because there is a plan for those that don't go along with the agenda. There is a plan for those that don't go along with the agenda. Okay, so either way, guys, I ain't gonna make this video much longer. I just wanted to put that out, kind of give you guys a brief, glimpse into what was going on, and why I had to push it back. Another important piece, guys, that we got to look at, and I touched on this early on, man, and I hate that we having to revisit this, but got a clip here I wanted to play. Some important information that Dr. Fauci is putting out that people need to know. So we need to respect Dr. Fauci and everything he's saying, and because there's some validity what he's saying. So y'all that ain't been paying attention, you need to listen to Dr. Fauci.
To the time it's approved to be safe and effective is several years, 5, 6, 7 years. That's unacceptable for now. So what happened is that as soon as we got the sequence of the virus from the Chinese, we pulled it out of the public database and stuck the gene into a vaccine platform and worked on it literally within a day of when it came out. 65 days later, namely 2 days ago, we gave the first injection to a normal volunteer for a phase 1 trial to see if it's safe. That's the fastest that's ever been done. That's the good news. The challenging news is that even at that rocket speed, it's going to take a few months to show that the initial safety is okay. Then you go into a phase 2 trial, which instead of involving 45 people, which we have in the phase 1 trial, it involves hundreds, if not thousands of people. That will take another 6 to 8 months to even know if it works. So at the fastest we can go, it's going to take a year to a year and a half to know if we have a vaccine that we can use. There's another element to safety, and that is if you vaccinate someone and they make an antibody response and then they get exposed and infected, does the response that you induce actually enhance the infection and make it worse? And the only way you'll know that is if you do an extended study, not in a normal volunteer who has no risk of infection, but in people who are out there in a risk situation. This would not be the first time, if it happened, that a vaccine that looked good in initial safety actually made people worse. There was the history of the respiratory syncytial virus vaccine in children, which paradoxically made the children worse. One of the HIV vaccines that we tested several years ago actually made individuals more likely to get infected. So you can't just go out there and give it.
All right, so something that's interesting about that, they've been talking a lot now lately about HIV. Like they making it like important that people check their status and stuff now. I don't know what's, I mean, far as what I know, guys, there's a correlation there. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm permitted to say. There's a correlation, and it's just ironic that they finding that. So remember though, they also been saying that heart attacks, strokes are now common too, right? Why are they common now? So if those are common too now, and we kind of got an idea of the origins of things, then put 2 and 2 together. Guys are pretty simple, pretty, at least y'all think outside the box, is what I'm saying. So think outside the box. Now we talking about what? Okay, we talking about HIV. And one of the other important pieces that I can't put that clip in here because it's probably garnered too much attention, but it was something as it related to cancer and things like that they were finding, something about the depletion of T cells or whatnot. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But what they've been indicating is that they don't know how long your system will be down before it regenerates, if it regenerates. Okay, that's something that like the doctor was saying, is that it has to be studied. They have to find out how long your system will be down, or if it will ever regenerate. You know what my thoughts are on that? I don't know, but I'm leaning toward probably. I'm just saying. So anyhow, I also wanted y'all to see kind of like why the video kept getting pushed back or whatnot. So I just put this little image up so you can see, like, literally the video has taken 10 hours to render. Okay, and it didn't exactly come out like I want. Like, I don't really like the audio. I don't. So I might end up having to scratch that and redo it. I might have to, guys, but we'll see. I'm gonna get somebody else's opinion when it finishes processing, and if it's cool, then we'll rock with it. All right. It's important though that I come on here and talk to you guys because, unfortunately, like I said, they suppress a lot of the information. So, and I do put videos out 2, 3, maybe 4 times in some cases, because you gotta think, when you got over 50,000 subscribers, but only 1,000 of them get to actually see what you put out there, then if you put another one out there, then you probably reach another 1,000. You put another one out there, you probably reach another 1,000, and so on and so on. So it's unfortunate that you got to do things that way, but this is information warfare. Okay, you might not hit somebody with the first shot. You might take 3, 4 shots before you hit somebody. Okay, somebody might have had somebody's life might be saved just because I put that video out a 4th or 5th or 6th time. Okay, I know people saying, so, well, you need some new content, put up some new videos, this, that. No, I might put out the same video 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, be grateful that you got it and you good, but somebody else might need that information. All right, so anyway, y'all be safe. I'll catch you on the next video.
There are pockets of resistance all around the planet. We've been fighting a long time.